They're off. The finale of the Dante underway. Over a mile, the Darley EBF Confined Novice Stakes, and Havani in the white and dark green is the first to show up, to Celtic Chariot in the white and blue. Weheedd has just been shuffled back through the field and drops out at the tail with Tom Marquand glancing across at pains perhaps to get him settled as Portcullis head to one side. Scarlet sees for William Buick, and Weheedd is being pulled up on the bend. Weheedd is being pulled up at an early stage. He's out of the race, and it's left Havani in front from Celtic Chariot and Portcullis. And then Always Blue around the outer with a red cap, and Pearl on the inner, and Lord Door in the dark blue and yellow disputing last place. So with Weheedd pulled up, half a dozen of them head down towards halfway and straighten for home. Havani to Portcullis, the raw runner coming up to the leader's quarters. Celtic Chariot against the inside running rail. Always Blue is out wide and edging closer as the gallop just begins to unwind a little. Lord Door in the dark blue and yellow is being nursed into it, and the white-faced filly Pearl is looking for a run in behind. Moving on down towards the last 2.5 furlongs. Celtic Chariot on the right, challenging Havani as Portcullis moves through quite strongly. Buick crouching low, then Always Blue and Pearl, and Lord Door keeping on at the one pace. Portcullis got to the front, a few possible challengers though. Always Blue with a red cap battling on. Lord Door down the centre, inching closer. Then Pearl and Havani. Portcullis trying to fend them off. Late gains for both Lord Door and Pearl, but it's a king pair on the Knavesmire as Portcullis remains unbeaten. Close second between Lord Door and Pearl. Havani and Always Blue next in ahead of Celtic Chariot.
Well, Portcullis has won for the Gosdens, maintaining their unbeaten record in this race in the 4 new Newells to date. William Buick on board. It's a double on the day for Their Majesties the King and Queen. And unfortunately, sadly, Weheedd was pulled up quite early at the top of the straight. He did seem to prop at the start, and I don't know whether that had something to do with the cause of Tom thinking all was not right and wisely deciding to pull up. It looked like Lord Door got second ahead of the 4-year-old Pearl. Portcullis looked at one point as though he might be impressive. In the end, it was a bit of a scramble.
It was really, wasn't it? Yeah, I mean, it's a likeable enough effort without that star quality that you would maybe want if you were thinking the St James's Palace entry was realistic. He's got the job done. He's 2 from 2. He's clearly promising, but whether he's that promising, I think, is certainly open to a degree of doubt. They finished in a bit of a heap behind, like the run of Lord Door down the outside. Yes. He's really stuck his head down. Clearly improved a lot from last season. Took PJ McDonald a long time to pull him up, I think, as well. It looked as if he still had plenty left after the line as well. That was promising, as was the debut from Pearl.
Very much so.
Over the far side in third. Big filly. They've persevered with her as a 4-year-old to get her onto the track. She'll benefit from this run and the experience and everything about it. So that's a promising start from her. There was a little bit of ability shown again by Always Blue, although the head carriage does come up. She wears a net muzzle in the parade ring. She's possibly not 100% straightforward, but she has got ability. But Portcullis, yeah, job done, but whether the future is as bright as maybe it could have been or they would have hoped, we'll see.
Yeah. It seems unlikely, doesn't it?
It does.
On the basis of this.
It does on this performance, yes.
And I suppose, you know, you were mentioning how much karma is in the paddock, that high-mettled behaviour at Newmarket. Perhaps he's lost a bit of his zip.
Yes.
You know, sometimes that a change of behaviour can be a negative, even if it is from a perceived negative into a perceived positive, if you're looking objectively.
I mean, he also came from well off the pace at Newmarket, didn't he? And this was a different type of race, maybe a little bit more tactical. He's got to the front earlier. I mean, you'd immediately be thinking that he's more of a potential Britannia horse than a St James's Palace
Yes, very
horse.
much so.
And that might be very realistic, because there clearly could still be improvement to come.
I think Ross Araya might have lost his whip in the closing stages there. I wasn't entirely sure on Pearl. I think that might have happened just as he was beginning to be reeled in for second by the eventual second Lord Door. So Portcullis has won the last for the Gosdens. It's a double for them on the day, as it is for William Buick, as it is for Their Majesties the King and Queen. And obviously our thoughts are with Weheedd and connections of, and hopefully he is okay.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.